professional athlete, which Bronny is. I see him sitting on the bench where he should be. Sorry, Bron. Where he should be. And Stephen A is saying exactly what everybody thinks. That's the thing I hate. And that's why I think, honestly, like that's my media career, saying like, oh, Crowder gonna say what people ain't thinking about. I've heard, and the one thing I love about Ryan, he knows this, is that you gonna say what you feel, and then if that human being walks up on you, you're gonna justify it in a very articulate, fact-filled way.
Yeah.
And Stephen A can do that with Bronny, and that's what I'm saying. Man, I have no problem with Bronny. Bronny want to come down to Miami, head to Tootsie's. We will ride and have a good time. But Bronny, you should not be in the NBA. He's not made like that. You're not your father. LeBron and Luka right now got LA rolling. They got whooped. They got whooped the other night. Yeah, but they're not that way. And it's funny, the Lion thing. LeBron needs to protect his kids. There's a kid, and then there's a professional athlete that's making millions of dollars a year that should not be making that. And that's my point. I have no personal problem with Bronny James, but his dad got him on a league and in a team that he should not be playing for, and I'm on Stephen A's side 100%.
You guys are correct, man. One, I would never compare myself to LeBron James and what he's accomplished, the stress and the critique that's come along with being who he is, right? That's a different level of scrutiny and expectations that he's had as opposed to other athletes. And I do understand the father part, though, right? Because I got 3 babies. Like, I'll kill for mine. More importantly, I'll die for them. And so I understand wanting to protect them. And Stephen A said that wasn't LeBron James, the athlete. That was LeBron James, the father. But what I say there is you got to separate that, right? One of Pop's famous lines on Friday was, "No, baby, let him be a man." Mm-hmm. Bron got to let Bronny be a man. The first thing Jordan told me when he saw that, because we were together, he said, "Pop, I'd lose my." He said, if I did that, if someone was talking about him and I did what LeBron James did, he would lose it. He said, you got to let me be a man. And I've done that with Jordan in high school. I've done that with Jordan in college. And I'm not saying that he's where LeBron is, but LeBron did what he needed to do. But what about Bronny James? If LeVar Ball runs up on Stephen A, imagine if T. Morant runs up on Stephen A, how classless we would say they are, how immature we would say they are. LeBron James is a father doing the same thing for a professional basketball player. And I get it. I 100% get it, man. Sometimes somebody does something and it's on site. Stephen A say, why you didn't call me? Mav got my number, right? He said, Rich got my number. Because LeBron James saw him and LeBron James wanted to make that point. He wanted to show the world, he wanted to show Stephen A, and he probably wanted to show Bronny, bro, I got you. And I'll do it publicly so everybody sees it. The problem is this. You ain't run up on Skip all them years he was talking about you. You ain't run up on everybody else all that time he was talking about you. And if you're going to run up on everybody that says Bronny James didn't deserve to be drafted where he was drafted at, you're going to have to do a whole lot of fighting. LeBron James, more than any athlete I've ever seen, has shown a poise and composure when people are talking about him negatively like I've never seen. He's truly been an example to every athlete in the world who's harshly critiqued, to his son. But now what you've told your son is, even though I wasn't above reproach, even though no athlete that's ever played the game was above criticism, you are. And I showed you that by checking somebody because I felt like they talked about you. And that's, to me, where you got to separate father and you got to separate teammate.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description to watch the clip in the beginning in full to get the entire context of what they said on the Pivot podcast when it comes to Shannon Crowder, Fred Taylor, and Ryan Clark giving their opinions of what went down last week when LeBron James decided to pull up direct directly face to face with Stephen A. Smith and let him know how he felt about him running his lips, speaking on him, his son, and everything like that. Pretty lit night last Thursday. A lot of other things went on as well, but this one right here is the one that really went viral. So a lot of this stuff been getting pushed to my algorithm is why I'm seeing these different opinions on it right now. And I most definitely got to say that I completely disagree with that take about Skip Bayless. Why even bring his name up? This is not the same thing, not the same scenario, not the same situation at all. Because first of most, I don't look at Skip Bayless like he's somebody that be at the games. Has he probably been before? For sure. But do he be there after saying something like this? Well, LeBron can go holler at him. And plus, Skip Bayless has built his whole entire career off of being a LeBron hater. So it ain't even no point in hollering at him at all. But Stephen A. Smith presents himself as somebody that's supposed to be down with the culture and cool. On top of the fact, they keep saying, why are you mixing, being a teammate, player, NBA player with being a father? You got to separate the two. But Stephen A. Smith didn't do that himself right there because he didn't question LeBron as a player. He questioned him as a father. He said, as a father, please stop this, meaning you're making a bad decision as a father. Whether he meant it disrespectfully, whether he meant it jokingly or not, you said that on a very big platform that is pushed by Disney, ESPN, on the #1 sports show in the world. You speaking on me as a father and my decision making with my son.
I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
But then, not only that, the reason why he got pulled up on, he got phone calls about it. He said it himself. People reached out to me, and he was pissed off about it.
Take my day job on ESPN earlier this morning, and I spoke about this, and I felt the need to elaborate even further because a couple of people text me and pissed me off, and they know who they are. People close to LeBron James talking to me about questioning him as a father. Come on, y'all. I mean, it's gotten to a point where this LeBron sensitivity is just...
So if that's how you react to that, he's seeing this, watching this in real time. Hey, when I see, bro, I'ma holler at him because you coming at me, not just as a teammate, as a player. You speaking on me and my son and my father-son relationship right now. And no matter if you meant it disrespectfully or not, that just is what it is. Now, anybody could critique Bronny James, how they feel about him as a player, his skill set. Do you feel like he should have made it to the league or not? That's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when it starts to come off as personal with people, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. It ain't about what you do, it's how you do it. And it comes off at times where like, y'all are just picking on bro. One, for the clickbait, because people are going to watch. It's going to get views and everything like that. And then also for two, it does come off at times where people just want to run him in the mud and run his son in the mud. Whether you think that that's the case or not, you got to think how they look at it. And it's a slippery slope. Yeah, nigga, you LeBron James' son, you going to have a target on your back. That's just what it is. But when you got these major networks, major platforms with sponsors holding full segments about the 55th draft in the league, and just we're going to have a whole segment to talk about how bad LeBron James' son is a player. How is he looking at that on top of the other layered things that have went on already? And Stephen A. Smith has had this happen before, as I had already told y'all. It went down with Kyrie Irving. Well, Kyrie Irving daddy had to get at him because they had a little bit of a sentimental relationship behind the scenes and everything. Kenny Smith as well. They didn't like how he was speaking, came off as personal. Same thing that already happened before. So that's the reason why I went down and got to this point of where it is right now, where he felt like, hey, bro, I got to holler at you as a man face to face. Stop playing with my son. Stop playing with me as a father because you using us for the clickbait. Y'all can come off and say, hey, well, that's his job, man. That's what he get paid to do. Just because that's that man's job don't mean that you got to accept it. Don't mean that you got to like it. It don't mean that you can't go react to it face to face about it. You're going to talk about a man in a way. You're going to speak on him as a father and everything, whether you mean it jokingly or relating to him or not. He gonna take it how he take it when he keeps seeing the sentiment going on. It just is what it is. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.